Yo, what's good, guys? It's Sumi or Max here, and off of a comment and some friends telling me that we should do story times. Well, I should do story times, cause we have a lot of crazy shit that goes on around us, and we do a lot of crazy shit that's really funny, and I thought I'd share it with y'all, especially since it's funny and shit. So before I start the story, I want to say, grab some chips, some drinks, whatever the fuck you want. Get ready, get nice and tingly, cause I'm gonna say some explicit ass shit. And your mom might not like it, but you gonna like it, especially you little horny fuckers in the back. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Anyways, so this story takes place back when I was prepubescent and in 8th grade. So 8th grade was the final year before we all became freshmen. So everybody wanted to lose their fucking V card. And this story takes place with my friend taking a girl's V card, but where it happened is gonna fucking shock you. And gonna surprise you on how it didn't go south from the jump. So, my friend was talking to a girl after he moved in the middle of the year because of, his dad wanting that. And after he moved, he came back to where we were staying at the end of 8th grade to, hang out with her. And by all means, did this shit not go as planned as all? This shit happened in the heat of the moment, and he somehow managed to finesse her into doing this. How? I will never understand to this day. But he still fucking did it. For whatever reason, this man somehow managed to finesse some pussy in 8th grade while looking the way that he looked. And to describe this man, Lil Tecca. Just Lil Tecca, but with no glasses and no braces. But this man just looked like fucking Lil Tecca and had the same body weight and was short as fuck. But he was still fucking more bitches than 6 foot Maximus here. Crazy, right? But, nonetheless, what happened is he came back and he needed a place to stay, so he called me up and I told him that I couldn't give him a place to stay at the moment because I had to go hang out with a girl that I was dating at the time. So he hung out with a mutual friend of ours until I got home and could fucking give him a place to stay. And when he comes inside of the crib before I have to go, because I told him he can come before I dipped, forgot to mention that. But he comes in and he hands me an open condom and tells me to hold on to it until, I get back from doing what I had to do. So, number one, I didn't do that. That's fucking nasty. Threw that shit away. Number two, I was very confused on what the fuck he was talking about. Not only because I knew he wasn't a virgin, but I also didn't know the girl until he told me who the girl was. Because, number one, I didn't even know he was coming back. It surprised me. So, I hang out with said female, and I come back, and I let him inside of my crib. My mom's in the living room and shit. And he sits down in my chair, and he looks at me with the biggest fucking grin on his face. And keep in mind, it was hard to take him seriously because of the way that he looked. This nigga has a gap in his teeth, by the way, so it just makes it 10 times funnier. But he sits down with the biggest fucking grin on his face and goes, alright, so here's the story. He comes into town, he chills with the mutual friend, and the mutual friend says, yo, let's hit up fucking, I'm not gonna say her name, obviously. Let's call her Cabbage. Let's hit up Cabbage so we can fuck with her. And she, comes to fucking where she was living at and decides that she wants to chill with them. So, after chilling with them, some stuff happened. This man somehow managed to get one of the most innocent girls in the fucking grade. Never done anything in her life. Always just looked at shit on fucking Pornhub or whatever the fuck. Whatever the hell she learned about any of this shit from. To give him a lap dance on the side of a balcony so that no parents or no guardians or no adults would fucking see. He somehow managed to do it. When I tell you this ugly motherfucker, I tell you this man looks like Lil Tecca, ugly as shit, somehow manages to finesse these bitches into fucking him, giving him what he wants. I tell you, it's like magic. This nigga is Houdini. But nonetheless, it turned into, what I just said, a lap dance. Later to her going home. Her heading on home and them meeting her at a park. So after they get to the park, it's all handy dandy. He somehow manages to finesse her into smashing. Now keep in mind, they're at a park, they're not at a house, they're not on a bed. This man is fucking her in a location that is so public to the public eye. But it's dark as shit, so automatically, he could get away with it. But You know, she's light skinned. This nigga is dark chocolate, cocoa butter, brown, dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Somehow manages to fuck her in the park. And it's a public park. Kids go here all the time and shit. He fucks her on a swing set. I can't begin to tell you how uncomfortable that must have been for her first time. Like, bruh. This man literally fucked this bitch on a swing set. The mulch is touching his knees. That nigga's uncomfortable as fuck. That bitch is dangling on her stomach and shit in doggy style. God damn, I don't know why the fuck she agreed, but she did. Nonetheless, the deed is done. Her innocence is stolen. The virginity is taken. It is gone. Nowhere to be seen. And after that, bro, he comes to my crib, and the first thing he says is, I gotta tell you something. It's like this nigga is King Von telling me a crazy story, but in reality, he's just stealing a girl's innocence. But that's just what it was. That's just what happened. And it was really awkward as he stayed the night over at my house, and apparently, I didn't know this. Someone myth buffed me in the comments because I've never done it myself before. Sex makes you hungry. And I watched this skinny, black, low tekka, dark-skinned, cocoa butter looking motherfucker finish an entire 2-pound bag of chicken nuggets right before my eyes as he's telling me how he fucked this bitch on a park bench. Craziest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life. Now, I did have a mutual friend to fact check me and say that he did do this. So, you know, what do we learn here, boys and girls? Fuck in a park if you want to lose your virginity. It's like, nah, don't do that shit. You will get caught. Especially by the cops. Oh, I forgot to mention, the day after he did this, because this was like, I'm going to give a little backstory to explain it a little bit more. He did this a day before he even came and told me the story. So, literally as he was coming to my house, you know, like, he did it like a day before. So, like, he just needed to come to my house afterwards because the mutual friend couldn't keep him at his crib no more. But that explains the entire story of me listening to my friend in 8th grade fucking a bitch in the park. And I just want to, you know, see how things I just want to see how this video would turn out. You know, I've never really done story times before. I did the voiceover and my friend was like, you talk really consistent so you could do story times and shit. And I was like, alright, bet, then I'm gonna do that. You guys should like, comment, subscribe, you know, do all that stuff to support me in any type of way, and let me know in the comments if I should do like more story times and shit, cause I know I got a nice little notebook full of stories to tell y'all, especially about the shit that I've done or that my friends have done, cause you know, it's really funny, and even though I haven't done it, it's still, you know, something funny that we all joke about. So let me know in the comments if I should do more story times. Sue me or Max, whatever you want to call me. I'm out. Deuces.
I put that bitch like a bag. I'm tryna get all of that. Shawty, she wanna move fast. So that little bitch start tripping, we gon' get the bag. Get the bag, get the racks, get the cash, yeah. Hit that bitch with no condom, then dash, yeah. I'm tryna get brain.